How's it going, everyone? Virtually Chris here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Verreal V1 electric skateboard. Getting into the box, you have the board itself, but we'll take a look at this towards the end of the video after the tests. And you have this box, which has the rest of the accessories. In the box, there's a replacement set of rear urethane, so you can replace that when those eventually do wear out on the hub motors, which is a real selling point for the Verreal. Next, you have tools and screws, which you can use to take off this rear urethane and put on the new ones. Next is the remote, which is kind of a standard looking Meepo-esque remote, but this one has labels on it for the different percents and what each button does, which is kind of a nice touch. Then, of course, you have a skate tool and a rear tail light. And then you get the charger, which is 1.5 amps. Alright, we're here at the UVM Medical Center and we're going to test out the top speed of the Verreal electric skateboard. On the website it has a claimed top speed of 23.4 miles an hour. Let's go see if that's true or not. Alright, so the Verreal went 18 miles an hour on our first test and 20 miles an hour on the second test. And as I said, the website has a claimed top speed of 23.4 miles an hour, so overall it did a little bit less than the website, but at the same time these roads are a little rougher than ideal. And also, the newer boards come with a better battery that has less voltage sag, so that could also play into it. Alright, now we're going to do the hill climb test with the Verreal V1. This is one of the steepest hills I've found in Burlington. We're going to see how the Verreal V1 does. Alright, so we're on the Burlington bike path testing out the Verreal V1's range. It has a claimed range of 8.7 miles. Let's go ahead and see if that's true or not. So the Verreal V1 currently has went 8.3 miles so far. It's still working well. It has a little bit lower top speed and everything. Austin, tell me, you've been riding it. How's it compared to that full charge?
So compared to full charge, it's definitely been a little bit lacking in like power, but that's to be expected considering I've used more than 3/4 of the battery. It says 10%, but whenever I brake it says 60, so it's probably between like 10 to 15%. I'm not really concerned with it. I think that I can make it back. We're about, what would we say, a mile out?
Yeah,
so about a mile out. So I think that we'll be able to make it. It's a lot of fun to ride though, for sure.
Alright, so the Verreal V1 went 9.4 miles in the range test, and it was a mixed test including some hills, a lot of flats, and some regenerative braking as well. Overall, I think that is pretty darn good considering it's more than that was advertised on the website. We didn't obviously push it top speed the whole entire time, but that's a pretty average ride, so you can expect to get around that from the Verreal V1. Alright, so it's conclusion time. I really do like this board for a number of reasons. First of all, I really do like the deck. I think it's one of my favorite decks out of any of them. I like it even more than the Wowgo 2S. It's just a little bit nicer looking in my opinion, although they do feel very similar. Another thing I like is the rougher grip tape. It definitely does make me feel more locked in than I would on other boards. It kind of reminds me more of like a Raptor 2 style grip tape. And the final thing is, if anyone wants a board with replaceable rear urethane without having to replace the whole motor, this is really the only way to do that on such a budget board. So I think that's really cool that they do that. If you want to just buy the board by itself without the extra rear urethane, it would be $388, which puts it at one of the lowest priced electric skateboards on the market today. So this is definitely a budget board for sure. If you want to add 2 extra rear wheels, the price becomes $438. So there is a lot to like about this board. I would say that it's definitely the best budget option if you want to get the lowest price electric skateboard that is still pretty decent. Obviously, if you spend more, you'll get a better product, but this is pretty darn good. Thank you so much, Vic, for sending me the Verreal V1. If you're interested, be sure to check it out in the link in the video description. Alright, I'll see you all in the next electric skateboarding video. Bye!
Debbie, no.
Hello.
What are we doing out to your day, Chris?
I don't know.
Awesome. Is it cold?
It's breezy.